Hey guys, it's Jen Marie. Wait, no, I don't want to wait. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Hey guys, it's Jen Marie. I'm going to be shooting a makeup tutorial today on a basic foundation routine that I normally do. I've had some inquiries, so I am excited to do this video and share with you guys some tips and tricks. Let's get started. Alright, so before I put on my foundation, I always make sure that my skin is prepped right, and I like to use a lightweight moisturizer. This one's one of my favorites. And I also make sure I use an eye cream as well. These are really important steps just so that everything goes on a lot smoother and it stays on better. I then like to use a makeup primer. I normally love Benefit's The Professional, but I was referred to Smashbox, has a newer one. It's a primer water. So this is kind of cool, it's different. I'm gonna go in and do my concealer under my eyes. And this is one of my favorites. It's from Estee Lauder, they're double wear, and it stays in place really well, so it doesn't crease as much. It's just one of a few that I like to alternate with, but it's definitely one of my favorites. So I just kind of spread it all under my eyes. And then I go back and buff it away. And then for this, I like to use a beauty blender just because it kind of buffs it into my skin as well. And it's also good if you're like me and you do your eyes first. In case you like make any mistakes, you can kind of use your concealer to clean up any little edges that might be like not so even, or if you want to erase anything, you can spread it out. So it's another good thing about doing your eyes first and your concealer and foundation second. Next I'm going to do my foundation. This one I just started using. I really like it. It has medium to full coverage and it's from Too Faced. It's the Born This Way formula. It's really flawless. It's beautiful. So I just kind of put it all over and then I buff it out with a different brush. I just like to get it everywhere and then buff it out later, so it kind of looks a little crazy at first, but it'll all flow better later after it's buffed. So next I'm gonna take this brush and just kind of go over, buff everything out. I just washed this brush, so it's like shedding hairs. It's not cute, but we'll get those off. So I'm going back in and just putting a little bit more foundation on, because I have some blemishes going on right now, so I just want more coverage. So now I'm going to go back in and buff it all again. Then you can also use a beauty blender sponge just to kind of press in all the makeup into your skin, just so it's not just sitting on top and ends up looking really cakey. And like I said, it's buildable coverage, so you can add more, do less, completely your preference. Okay, so now I'm going to set my under eye concealer with a powder. And I really like the Laura Mercier. I'll make a note of all the products at the bottom underneath so that you guys can reference in case you're curious. So with this, I just kind of dust it underneath just to set my concealer, and this is kind of more lightweight, so it won't settle into any lines, and it's just good for the under eye area. And then next, I will take a different powder to set the foundation. And right now I'm using one from Lorac, their face powder. It's just a pretty regular translucent one, just good for setting your makeup, holding it in place. So I just kind of dust, like coat all over, just to hold everything. And I love this MAC brush. It's really fluffy. It's good for bronzing as well, but this is a great one, the 135 from MAC. So now I just want to warm up my skin a bit, so I'm going to use some bronzer just to kind of contour a little bit. I'm already kind of tan. I spray tan a couple days ago, so I'm a little bit warmer than what I normally am. So I don't want to go crazy, but I do like that sun-kissed glow. So I'm taking this little brush. This one's from Cinema Secrets. And just kind of contouring a bit. Generally, I like to kind of swoop around and make like a 3 on the outside of my face, just so that you're blending it down in your neckline, and then it's also a bit on your forehead, kind of anywhere the sun would like naturally hit you. You're just trying to mimic that sun-kissed glow that a lot of us love. And less is more. I don't want to go too crazy with it, because then it'll just look too hard and not as flattering. So next, I'm going to put a little bit of blush on. And I really love Tarte's blushes. This one is probably one of my favorites. This is my second one now. This one's Flesh. It's kind of like a mauvey pink tone. It's really pretty. So after that, I really like to strobe, aka highlight, but I really like that, that shimmer on the cheekbones. I love it actually. And these are great. These are from Becca. But these are like one of my favorites for this step. And I'm just using like kind of a fluffy brush. This one's from Estee, the number 9. So I'm just kind of dusting that right along my cheekbone up at the top. And I'm bringing it up on top of my brows slightly. And sometimes just a touch down my nose. So now I'm gonna put a little bit of lip on. I feel really naked without my lips, so get that part done real quick. So I'm gonna be using a lip liner pencil from YSL. This one's number 6. It's also a very mauve pink, which is like my favorite, like my signature lip color of choice. And sometimes I'll bring it in a little bit all over my lip, just so that I don't have a really hard blunt line of just lip liner. So after that, I'm gonna put a little bit of pink Plaid on, which is a matte lipstick. This one's also from MAC. But just a little, and then I like rub that around. And then I do, this is one of my favorite glosses as well from NARS. And that is pretty much it. After that point, I kind of like to set my makeup. Makeup Forever has a really great one. They're Mist and Fix. And this just kind of seals everything in place, just in case you have like a long night or going out. It just holds everything together really well. And that is pretty much how I do it for a foundation routine. Little Simba Poo, he wants to say hi. Thanks so much for watching this tutorial. I will be posting a lot more stuff, so stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe or like the video, and feel free to list any looks or suggestions you guys have for me. I would be happy to do them and create them for future videos.